Before Globe Life, I was a college student. I was studying to get my psychology degree. I found out about Globe Life through one of my best friends, Michael Romero. He was working with Globe Life right out of high school, and I didn't know anything about insurance. I hardly knew what a beneficiary was or whole life versus term life. Didn't know too much, but I knew that I had leads to call that I didn't have to pay for. And all I knew was just make a lot of phone calls, set a lot of appointments, do a lot of presentations, and you'll be successful. For me, it was about 6 months into my career here where everything became real. I got the first phone call. She was crying, distraught. Her husband had just passed away in a car accident. Shortly after that phone call, our company was able to write her a check for over $280,000. When you experience something like that, a policy that you wrote, it completely changes your perspective on who we are, what we do, and how important we are. If you're somebody who's going to work hard, that's ultimately what Globe gives you. It gives you the opportunity to prove and to show that you're working harder than everybody else. And at the end of the day, the amount of families that you help and the amount of families that you protect are a direct correlation to how much success you're going to have in this career. So if you feel that you're a good fit for that, then the sky's the limit for you.